Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent. This is the last of the Adventure League factions, although there are still more groups in the Forgotten Realms to touch on. Today we're talking about the Zhentarim. The Zhentarim, also known as the Black Network, is a mercenary company. They were founded in 1261 DR in Zhentarim Keep by a wizard named Manshoon. Manshoon was the lord of Zhentarim Keep, who got his position by eliminating his rivals, including family members. Feeling threatened by those around him, he recruited a cabal of mages known as the Black Cloaks to protect him, and soon after he created the Zhentarim. He wanted an organization that could spy and fight for him when needed, a group that could act independently of Zhentarim Keep. Over the years, the Zhentarim expanded to include Darkhold and the Citadel of the Raven. The Zhentarim allied themselves with the Church of Bane, which became the primary deity of the group. This caused some problems during the time of troubles when Bane was killed. Cyric wasn't much of a replacement deity. However, there is still a small sect of Zhentarim that does worship Cyric. Manshoon's Black Network affected trade. He had little interest in empire building, but did like the idea of establishing trade routes between the Moonsea and untapped markets of the Sword Coast. Manshoon recruited a wizard by the name of Fazul Chembril, who worked under him for many years. Eventually, in 1370 DR, Manshoon was slain by Fazul, but in the aftermath found themselves with over a dozen clones the wizard had created of himself. Now, when two clones are alive at the same time or awake, they know the other exists and all they want to do is kill that other clone, to be the only one left alive. This started the Manshoon Wars. Manshoon eventually countered the clone infighting with some type of magic he created so that the clones were able to live and work together in peace, but not after most of them died away. One of the remaining clones returned to Zhentarim and gave the leadership over to Fazul. Fazul is a high priest of Bane. He was killed defending Zhentarim Keep against a Nethery's attack, but Bane raised him back and he serves his dark deity to this day, bringing terror in the Moonsea area. Currently, the Zhentarim are 10,000 strong, mainly located around the Moonsea. Zhentarim Keep is the hub of the Zhentarim trade in the Heartlands. Despite efforts of groups like the Harpers and the Purple Dragons, the Zhentarim are still around and pursuing control of the Sword Coast. Many of the factions and groups in Faerun are opposed to the Zhentarim. The Harpers, the Cult of the Dragon, the Lord's Alliance, and the Red Wizards. They do have some allies, though, such as Beholders, which is odd because to get a Beholder to trust you is very difficult. The Drow are another ally. They'll occasionally come to the surface and trade with the Zhentarim. The Zhentarim really oppose anyone who presents a threat to its primary interests, controlling trade and world domination. So other evil groups end up disliking the Zhentarim, and the organization doesn't really have friends so much as people it puts up with. Joining the Zhentarim is extremely easy. You merely present yourself to a high-ranking official of the Zhentarim. After a few tests, you're in. These tests could be as simple as guiding a caravan to its destination safely, or killing an enemy of the Zhentarim. Joining is easy, surviving its ranks is not. If you ever happen to get some power in the Zhentarim organization, you best watch your back. Others will steal it from you for their own personal gain, or they'll just assassinate you. The Santarem Hierarchy follows a linear branch structure with Fazul Chembril at the top. Lords report to him, and each of those lords have people under them, and the branching continues down. The organization is lawful evil, and they recruit just about anybody. Wizards are especially wanted, but clerics of Bane are welcome, as well as fighters and monks. The Zhentarim are very active across the northern part of Faerun. They have agents, caravans, and soldiers at key points, along with spies everywhere. The Zhentarim bully and blackmail people into working with them. Merchants might be faced with violent thugs intent on delaying a shipment or convincing him to find a different supplier. Sometimes the Zhentarim will bribe monsters with money or magical items if it falls into a larger plan for them. The Zhentarim are very organized and intelligent in their efforts. The Zhentarim strive for wealth and power. Publicly, they offer the best mercenaries money can buy. They offer escort services for caravans as well as bodyguards for nobles. The cost of dealing with the Black Network is high. The Zhentarim wants to ensure that you'll be a returning customer at any cost. They'll make it necessary for you to continue hiring guards for your caravans, attacking said caravans if you don't pay. It's like working with the mob, paying money to keep them from attacking your business. Just took over a castle or keep with a Zhentarim army? The Zhentarim will hold it ransom with the very armor you used to capture it. The easiest way to invade a kingdom is to be invited in. Their ultimate goal is to create an iron-fisted monopoly. They want to make everyone dependent on the Black Network. The beliefs of the Zhentarim are as follows. The Zhentarim is your family. You watch out for it, and it watches out for you. You are the master of your own destiny. Never be less than what you deserve to be. And finally, everything and everyone has a price. The end goal being to amass wealth, power, and influence. And that's it for today. In Adventure League, I know that if you wanted to play a lawful evil character, you are more or less resigned to being part of the Zhentarim. I imagine lots of neutral Adventure League characters choose to join them as well. I'm not entirely sure what's planned for next week. I have some more factions I can go over, so stay tuned. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all next week.